Good morning everyone. Welcome to Narayana live classes. Today we are going to look after assignment number 7 based on surface areas and volumes. Let us start with the question number 1. A 20-meter deep well with diameter 7 meters is dug and earth from digging is evenly spread out to form a platform of 22 meters by 14 meters. Find the height of the platform. See here. That means what has happened here, we are having a deep well of 20 meters height, depth, that means nothing but height, diameter is given for you, and from this the earth is dug out and that is spread evenly on a platform. The simple thing we have to understand here is the well what we are having is in the form of a cylinder. Okay, and now the mud is taken out from it and it is spread evenly on the platform. Platform is nothing but it is in the form of a cuboid with the dimensions length, breadth and height. So length is 22 is given for you, 14 is given for you. These will be the dimensions of length and breadth. You have to find out the height of the platform. That means here volume of cuboid, volume, that is cone. The earth dug out, that is converted from cone to cuboid. That means volume of cone is equal to volume of cuboid. From this we are going to find out the height of the platform, right? Now let us see the solution for this question. When you go for the solution here, so deep well, first let us have the volume of this deep well. So while the height, depth is nothing but height is equal to 20 meters and diameter is given for you as 7 meters. So if diameter is 7 for you, R is equal to 7 by 2 meters. Therefore, volume of the earth dug out, volume of earth dug out is nothing but volume of cylinder. Okay, that is equal to pi r square h. Right? So that is, we are having here as 22 by 7 into r. R is 7 by 2 into 7 by 2 into h is 20. So from here, we got, when you simplify this part, 22 and this is 11 times and this is 7 1 times, 7 7 gets cancelled here, 2 1 times, 2 10 times. So here I got it as 77 into 10, that is 770 cubic meters. Okay, so this is the volume of earth dug out, that is volume of cylinder, we got it. Now what is happened, this earth, what it is dug out, the mud which is dug out, that is spread evenly on a platform of dimensions given for you. So dimensions of the platform, dimensions of the platform are given for you as 24 by 14. So 22, it is 22 meters into 14 meters. Okay, so length is 22 meters and breadth is 14 meters. So we got here as L is equal to 22 meters and breadth is equal to 14 meters. Here is that height we don't know. So let the height be h. The height of this platform be h meters. Okay, so therefore volume of the platform, that is cuboid. So platform, that is cuboid form, it will be L into B into H, that is 22 meters into 14 meters into H meters. Now here, since the earth mud dug out is taken and it is spread uniformly on the platform, that means indirectly the cone is converted, the cylinder is converted into cuboid. So therefore, here I can write it as volume of the earth dug out, that means volume of cylinder dug out is equal to volume of the platform, that means volume of the cuboid. Okay, so here, so from here it will take it will be volume of the earth dug out, here we got it as 770 cubic meters. So it is 770 is equal to 22 into 14 into h. Okay, so now if you simplify this one, so 11 table it is 2 times, it is 70 times, and in 7 table it is 10 times, and it is 2 times, 2 ones, 2 5s. So I am left with 5 is equal to 2h. From here h is equal to 5 by 2 meters. So that is nothing but 2.5 meters. So this is the question here. One of the important question. Now let us start with the second one. The internal and external diameters of a hollow hemispherical shell are 6 cm and 10 cm respectively. It is melted and recast into a solid cone of base diameter 14 cm. So now here the base diameter is given for as 14 cm. So one thing is clearly given for us is a hemispherical shell is melted into the form of a cone. So that means volume of hemispherical shell is equal to volume of cone. From this we are going to find out the height. So let us write down the details first. The parameters given for us: hemispherical shell for this with this we are having one more is cone. Okay, so now if you check it out clearly here, internal and external diameters. Let us take external diameter as capital D or capital R and internal one as small one. So here external diameter radius is 10 centimeters. So external diameter is 10 centimeters. So radius will be equal to 10 by 2, that is 5 centimeters. And small internal radius is 6 centimeters. Internal diameter is 6. So radius will be 3 centimeters. So volume of the hemispherical shell is equal to 2 by 3 pi into capital R cube minus small r cube, right? Cubic centimeters. Here is the volume of the hemispherical shell, we got it. Now when you go to the cone part, if you see here, the diameter of the hollow, and here you can see the melted and recast into a solid cone of base diameter 14. So D is equal to 14 centimeters, R is equal to D by 2, that is 7 centimeters. Here we got it, even for the cone also R value 7 we got it. Now height of the cone so form. Let the height of the cone be h centimeters. Now volume of the cone we know it clearly. Volume is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h cubic centimeters. Now since the hemispherical shell is converted into cone, therefore volume of hemispherical shell is equal to volume of cone. Volume of hemispherical shell is equal to volume of cone. So let us substitute the values in this. So it will be 2 by 3 into pi into capital R is 5 and small r is 3. So it is 5 cube minus 3 cube is equal to volume of cone, radius is 7. So it is 1 by 3 into pi into radius is 7 for us. So 7 into 7 into height is h. We don't know that height. That is what we are going to find out here in this. So now on further simplification of this, pi gets cancelled. Here even 3 gets cancelled. So I am left with 2 into 5 cube is 125. 125 minus 27. So 125 minus 27 will be giving you 98 is equal to 7 into 7 into h. Now we can see here 7 1 times, 7 14 times and 7 1 times, 7 2 times. So I am left with h is equal to 2 into 2, that is 4 centimeters. This is the height of the cone that we are going to have to find out. This completes the second question. Now let us start with the question number 3. So here you can check it. Water in a canal 6 meters wide and 1.5 meters deep is flowing with a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. How much area will it irrigate in 30 minutes if 8 centimeters of standing water is needed? Now here how much area it irrigates, we have to check it out clearly here. Now water in the canal. Here also canal is given for us. In this case we can see here that water in a canal 6 meters wide, 1.5 meters deep is flowing with a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. So here the water speed, here what it is given for us? It is given for us as 10 kilometers per hour. But it is traveling 10 kilometers distance in 1 hour. So that 10 kilometers distance which is traveling in 1 hour, how much distance it is, that will be considered with respect to the length. Okay. Now that is for 1 hour it is 10 kilometers. Here we want for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes it will be 5 kilometers. So 5 kilometers, that the traveling part will be considered as length. Okay. So let us have the correct dimensions of this. When you look after the solution, width is given for you as 6 meters. Width is given for you as 6 meters and depth is nothing but the height part is given for you as 1.5 meters. Now if you see here, a water is flowing at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. So length of the water column, here this is the important point to be noted. So length of the water column it is considered as, now if you see speed is 10 kilometers per hour, that means 10 kilometers it is traveling in 1 hour. So that will be considered as 10 kilometers, that too in 1 hour. So for 30 minutes, it will be 5 kilometers. So therefore length here of the length will be considered as 5 kilometers. That is equal to 5000 meters, right? So finally we got width, depth and length. Next one is volume of the water flowing. Volume of the water flowing is, volume of the water flowing in this will be, is nothing but the multiplication of width, depth and length. So that will be 6 into 1.5 into 5000 cubic meters or meter cube. Now how much area will it irrigate in 30 minutes? Since we have converted this hours into minutes, so it is 30 minutes. If 8 centimeters of standing water is needed, so 8 centimeters of standing water, that 8 centimeters of standing water will become the height of the water, right? So height is, we got it as 8 centimeters. So height of the standing water is 8 centimeters. Since every dimension is in meters itself, convert this also. So 8 by 100. So that is equal to 0.08 meters. So now we got it even height also. Now how much area will it irrigate? So therefore the area of irrigation, so that means volume of the water flowing completely through this canal will be is equal to area of the irrigation into this height. How much is the height of that? So therefore from here, area of irrigation is equal to volume of the water flowing through the canal, volume of the water flowing through the canal by volume of the water flowing through canal by height. That is the, how much is the height of that? That means standing water height. So that will be 6 into 1.5 into 5000 by 0.08. This is all cubic meters. Okay, right? This is cubic meters and this is in meters. So it will be cubic meters by this is part is cubic meters and this is meters. So it will come in square meters. So it will be, this is area of irrigation. So when you go for this part, 6 into 1.5 into 5000 by 0.08 and meters, it will be something like 562500 square meters. Okay. Now this is the area what it is irrigated, we got in square meters. Since we have to convert in hectares, this is nothing but 56.25 hectares. So this is the area of irrigation, the complete area of irrigation. So this is one of the important question. Thank you.